Hello, hello. Hidden Hermit here. Let's have a look at the Two of Wands. Two of Wands from the Waite Smith. Very arresting image. So you have this chap here standing on these battlements, and he's looking out across the water, across his scenery from his vantage point. That's kind of important, I believe. And he's also holding a globe in his hands, and it's most definitely a globe. You can see the continent of Africa as well as Europe. Europe's coloured a slightly different colour, which may or may not have some significance. This chap is considering his options. He's looking out towards the world in both a literal and a metaphorical sense, and he's bringing that idea that he has that spark of creativity that came from the ace. He's bringing it forth into the world, and he's giving it more consideration, and he's allowing these ideas to gestate. He's making plans, basically. And he's making big plans. These aren't just little namby-pamby, I'm going to go down to the shop and buy some milk kind of plans. It's dominion, as we can see here. It's success. It's bringing forth the things that he wants in his life. He's planning on manifesting them. Now, the Waite Smith does have some interesting things going on. His garb, his hat. The colour scheme is all very important. It all relates to that fiery, wandy nature. There are some rather strange things going on here. You got the lily and the rose cross down on here, and this scene, these battlements have been seen before in art. There's a painting by a Waterhouse called St. Celia, where you have a few people just frolicking around in the very much the same setting, minus the wands, it has to be said. This man has one hand on one of these wands, meaning he's guiding his ideas. He's not just thinking about them, but he's giving them a little bit of direction. They're not ephemeral. He's actually allowing himself to actually. What am I trying to say? He's bringing forth these things. He's guiding. He's got a guiding hand on how these ideas are going to manifest and his influence on them. This other wand here is hooked to the battlements, kind of suggestive of the need for good roots, a good sense of a foundation, I believe. Again, there's a lot of greenery going on in here. There's indeed a village potentially down amongst him from his vantage point. Again, this is also important, the fact that he's in an elevated position, and he wants to remain in that way, I believe. But yes, so the greenery, again, I believe, denotes that the suit of wands, especially the lower ones, signifies the idea of spring. Two of Wands is, in many ways, the first picked card of the tarot, because it is Mars in Aries. That's the first decan, if you like, of the Aryan energy. Again, signifying new beginnings, new starts, the germination and gestation of a project. Yeah. Now, I like the idea that this could potentially be a young Alexander the Great. He probably isn't dressed like Alexander the Great was, but there would have been a period of time when Alexander the Great was making his plans, and he did indeed hold dominion over most of the known world at some time. Excuse me. If it comes out reversed, then now reversals, they don't necessarily mean the opposite of what the upright means. Arthur Waite, indeed, in his pictorial key to the tarot, suggests that it could mean a lack of hope or even fear when the two comes out reversed. I like to think that it is a somewhat diluted sense of the upright position, so you're not putting enough thought into these plans. You're being a little bit too imaginative and not giving these ideas merit towards practical application. Perhaps your heart really isn't in it. Perhaps that the willpower isn't quite strong enough, and you need to either latch onto a different idea. You need to bring forth a different sense of what you want in your life before actually putting those plans into motion. Delay is another one. I think delay is a good. If a card comes out, any card, if it comes out reversed, it may mean the the sense of the upright meaning could be delayed in some way. So perhaps this fella could, he might be thinking, well, I need to put even more thought into this idea. These ideas are so big, perhaps I just need to spend more time thinking about them. If the Two of Wands comes out reverse, maybe the ideas aren't big enough. Maybe they're not creative enough. Maybe you're not thinking out the box enough. Interesting idea. I also find it quite interesting, this expanse of space up here. Thinking about where it is when it comes out, like the sky is the limit in this one, whereas when it's reversed, the sky is very much down on the bottom. So again, your ideas might be a bit too lofty and airy, no great foundation, unlike the one that is barred to the battlements there. The Two of Wands, I feel, when it comes out in a spread, is a wholly positive card. Again, it gives you that sense that your sense of planning, your maybe the idea is a good one, and you should be following that train of thought. Not many cards, I think, can be so well dignified as the Two of Wands wherever it comes out in a spread. If the spread that you're working with is, in a sort of a negative sense, the Two of Wands can always give you a good idea of the direction in which to go in. Direction's an interesting one as well. This guy is looking across to the left. His eyes are sort of scanning over the earth. I always pay attention to the card that comes out on the left side if the Two of Wands manifests in a spread, and indeed he's got his back to whatever's to the right of him, so I always pay attention to those cards. If it just comes out as if you're doing a single card reading, then I always divine it as a positive outcome. So yeah, do you like this card? This is the Two of Wands from the Waite Smith. Thank you.